Welcome to Tel Megiddo, Israel. Is the site of the ancient city of Megiddo, the remains of which form a tel, archaeological mound situated in northern Israel, near Kibbutz Megiddo, about 30 kilometers southeast of Haifa. Megiddo is known for its historical, geographical, and theological importance, especially under the Greek name Armageddon. During the Bronze Age, Megiddo was an important Canaanite city-state, and during the Iron Age, a royal city in the Kingdom of Israel. Megiddo drew much of its importance from its strategic location at the northern end of the Wadi Ara Defel, which acts as a pass through the Carmel Ridge, and from its position overlooking the rich Jezreel Valley from the west. Excavations have unearthed 20 strata of ruins since the Neolithic phase, indicating a long period of settlement. The site is now protected as Megiddo National Park and is a World Heritage. The book of Revelation describes an apocalyptic battle at Armageddon in Revelation chapter 16, verse 16. From this surreal appearance in a well-known eschatological text, the term Armageddon has come to signify any world-ending catastrophe. The Mount of Megiddo in northern Israel is not actually a mountain, but a tel, a mound or hill created by many generations of people living and rebuilding on the same spot, on which ancient forts were built to guard the Via Maris, an ancient trade route linking Egypt with the northern empires of Syria, Anatolia, and Mesopotamia. Megiddo was the location of various ancient battles, including one in the 15th century BC and one in 609 BC. The nearby modern Megiddo is a kibbutz in the Kishon River area. The Mount of Megiddo in northern Israel is not actually a mountain, but a tel, a mound or hill created by many generations of people living and rebuilding on the same spot, on which ancient forts were built to guard the Via Maris, an ancient trade route linking Egypt with the northern empires of Syria, Anatolia, and Mesopotamia. Megiddo was the location of various ancient battles, including one in the 15th century BC and one in 609 BC. The nearby modern Megiddo is a kibbutz in the Kishon River area. The first written reference to Megiddo, indeed the first recorded battle in history, is a detailed account of the 1479 BCE invasion of the Egyptian pharaoh Thutmose III. The city subsequently became a center of culture and politics. Megiddo is first mentioned in the Bible in Joshua chapter 12 verse 21. At the time, the city was inhabited by the Canaanites. The city later became under the control of King Solomon, though there is some controversy as to how much of a connection he had to the remains that have been discovered. The Israelites' connection to the city ended around 732 BCE, when Assyrians conquered Palestine. Though the city was destroyed and rebuilt several more times, it gradually declined in significance. Most recently, Megiddo was the place where British General Edmund Allenby launched his attack against the Turks in 1917. It also served as the base for Israeli forces in the 1948 war. King Jeroboam II public grain silo of the 8th century BCE. The structure before you is a huge silo 7 meters deep and 11 meters in diameter. Its walls are lined with fieldstone. 2 staircases lead to the bottom, which was paved with pebbles. Kernels of wheat found between the stones along with the remains of straw identified the structure as a silo. Its volume was approximately 450 cubic meters, which meant it could store about 1,000 tons of wheat. The silo was built by one of the last Israelite kings, or perhaps during Assyrian rule. Some scholars believe the granary was built together with the stables to store fodder for the horses. Welcome to Mount Carmel. It was long a center of idol worship, and its outstanding reference in the Bible is as the scene of Elijah's confrontation with the false prophet of Baal in 1 Kings chapter 18. Mount Carmel was also sacred to the early Christians. Individual hermits settled there as early as the 6th century AD. Indeed, one Arabic name for Mount Carmel is Jabal Mar Elyas, literally Mount of Saint Elias. In the books of Kings, Elijah challenged 450 prophets of Baal to a contest at the altar on Mount Carmel to determine whose deity was genuinely in control of the kingdom of Israel. Sanctified since early times, Mount Carmel is mentioned as a holy mountain in Egyptian records of the 16th century BC as a high place. It was a center of idol worship, and its outstanding reference in the Bible is as the scene of Elijah's confrontation with the false prophet of Baal in 1 Kings chapter 18. Excerpts from Wikipedia.